Hey everyone, this is Hell Hades and this is another Raid Shadow Legends video. So we're going to do a bit more of a deeper delve into Tormin the Cold today. If you'd seen my video yesterday, I had him in a provoke set. I don't think that's the best set for him actually. I thought it might be pretty cool, but with his AoE going off so often, yeah, I just thought it might be really effective. What I've done instead today is pushed him into kind of more sensible gear. So pushed his defense up, given him a little bit more speed. Got a lot more defense than he had yesterday. He's got less resistance, more accuracy. The masteries I've got on him at the moment kind of mainly built around this mastery here, which increases the chance of him laying that freeze. Also his provoke, so he gets an extra 5% chance to lay his freeze. I think there's a number of ways you could go on masteries. You could try and push high resist if you want him to be kind of a high resistance tank. You could push higher accuracy so that he definitely lands his freeze. Or you can come into this one and get the additional chance to freeze. But it does do some pretty good damage. I think there's also a kind of more of a fun build to go, where you could come down into Helm Smasher. A bit like I've got on my Altan, I'll show you quickly, my Altan build here. So defensive, but then into offense, and Altan hits really hard. I think Tormin might actually hit pretty hard with that as well. But we're going to try it in this build first. I've also changed up my Mausoleum Mage for Arena, so that basically I've taken him out of the reflex set and I've just pushed up his resistance to much higher numbers. So we now got what's that, 480 roughly on resistance. He's faster, he's still tanky. I'm hoping that being a bit faster and having kind of even higher resistance, that he just manages to avoid all of the CC that comes at him. And yeah, so I think first thing then we're going to do, I'm going to jump into the arena and show you some different fights. Then I'm going to go into some of the different content and show you what he's like in other areas of the game. So in the arena right now I am 15th, so pretty high. And I've not played at all today. I've played a couple of games today, but I haven't really dropped. So if I think about my battle log here, Swift, he's got a really good tank killer team, so that'd be why he's nuking me down. We've got a couple of guys that seem to have, yeah, it feels like it's the same guys actually. Swift and Akoma have got me on farm. Everyone else is struggling. And the defense I've got set up at the moment is this one. So Ignatius on high resist, high tank. Altan on high damage, high resist. Leader with a resistance buff and a shield set. Immunity set, and then Tormin just kind of running through the freezes and stuff. Let's have a refresh. See who we've got. If we've got any names. So these two are the ones that Swift has continuously beat me. Got a load of level 50s here. Maybe we'll just give them some back, shall we? We've probably got a load of 50s, but they're insane. No, look, team power's nothing. So we owe Swifty one just for the YouTube video, albeit it should just be a throw out an auto and win. I think he's put. Is he just putting teams that are going to do a load of buffs? Yeah. Okay, we owed him that anyway. So let's fight a proper fight. So here we've got quite a lot of damage. Somebody that can strip off my buffs. I really like Mausoleum Mage in this setup. The Witch is good when you've got somebody that is going to put loads of buffs on, but they haven't got that sort of team. They've actually got quite a squishy team. But I think what I'd rather have out there is somebody like, I could either put in my Warlord for shielding. Might be a good idea actually. Yeah, let's try that. Warlord in there for more resistance at the start and shielding once I get into the game. So see, pretty much locked out, lots of damage coming on me. This is where Mausoleum Mage comes in clutch and just clears everything off. You see lots of freezes just kind of going up as and when. Warlord, I could either shield, or I think what's better is to actually kill a load of their, I've got two of them, I've basically removed two of their thermometer things. Quite a nice one here is I can just go in, steal her buffs because she's frozen, and just give her an absolute whack with this. She's quite tanky actually. Frozen again. Let's throw the burns on just to get some damage going down. we're in a bit of trouble. You see that auto freeze is just clutch. That's because I've got Ignatius in this team as well. A few people have asked, you know, what about if you don't have Ignatius in there? You still get the same sort of level of damage going off. Well, I don't get that auto attack that's going off here. Look at this. It's auto attacks time and time again. I wouldn't get that, but I think it's just disgusting actually. But I think he's still strong without him. So I'm going to take Ignatius out for the next one and kind of show you perhaps a different idea of how to use a team setup. So we can take Ignatius out. I don't have the HP burn anymore. HP burn's a big part of his kit, so you know it's definitely a weakness not having him in. So what we got here, so we're actually against the freeze guy. Maybe this isn't the one. He's got a long beard, so he's coming at me fast. He's got a cleanse champ here. He's got a lot of damage, and he's going to freeze me right at the start. So that's pretty dangerous, actually. I wonder if I should come in with. I just want to see what my warlord's got on. He's got shield set. Okay, so she has got shield set as well. So I don't want both of them together. Maybe I want to just come in with my Ultan. Let's put him in the lead. Put my Ultan in there. See how this goes. It might just be too much damage and freeze coming at me early here. I'm hoping that I've got a couple of guys really high resistance. So Morsian Mage has not been frozen or resisted. Okay, cool. So that's why he's in there. I think he's one of the best arena champions in the game, this guy. A couple of people said, why don't you use Scar Torsis, who kind of does the same type of thing? Ditto though, actually. The turn meter again just froze me. The reason why this guy's so good is because he also buffs defense, and my team's very defensive. So I'm probably going to get frozen up again because I'm putting a load of buffs on. I've also put on a block debuff, so it'd be interesting to see if that now stops me getting those freezes up. She's just cleared all of that off. I need to take somebody out here. I probably want to just take out. So I've got defense up, but also defense down. I've got crit rate up. We know that Ultan hits hard. Let's see what happens here. Come on, Ultan, do your work. Oh, it's not enough. It's not enough. I'm probably going to lose this fight, I think. Do I keep pursuing with this? I kind of now need to get rid of somebody like a Ray. He's just doing work. Gonna die. Don't want Ultan to drop. He's definitely going to die. Crazy thing is, you know, I'm getting frozen just from having my turn. So I guess I must have some sort of heal. I must have something in my gear that's making me heal, which is just I've lost this anyway. It's just causing me to get that proc on. It's pretty much insane. You know, the amount of times that you can get procced to get this thing proc against you for masteries, for you know, just starting the turn, it's too much. His passive is too much. Over this team here, so yeah, let's try this. They've got a lot of buffs going on. They've got a lot of turn meter. We should just see them freeze up a huge amount. Frozen, 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 frozen. It's ridiculous. So let's see if we can cleanse everything off. We're going to give Ultan a nice juicy buff. And this guy actually, so let's put on some block buffs and provokes. Take out the Reza. 94k, see you later. Yeah, so I mean, I just think I've actually written a note to one of the community manager guys and just sort of said, look, he's really fun. He's super fun, this guy, but it's too ridiculous. It's just proccing all the time. And if you're going to do a nerf, you need to do it before 120k. You need to do it before everybody's gone and invested all their time to actually get the guy. So we'll see. It might just fall on deaf ears, but I just feel like at the moment he's pretty ridiculous. I mean, as it is, he's got so many chances to try and freeze someone. And you end up having, if you fight against him, it's just like an RNG war. This is a nice easy fight. Clear that off. And then finish him up. See you later. Yeah, like, he's really fun. He's really fun, but fighting against him is not fun. Here you go. So for this one, they've gone speed. They've got the burns. They've got the protection. It's just going to be so tough to fight. I think that perhaps what I need is Warlord lead. Let's have him in. Do I fight burns with burns? Maybe I do. Burns with burns. One cleanser. Probably he's going to put a load of stuff up. Maybe I need that witch in there somewhere instead of him. This might be it. Probably as soon as if I try and cleanse my guys, I'd give them turn meter as well, which means potentially I freeze everybody. If I buff my guys, I potentially freeze them as well. But I do put a block debuffs up, so I'm going to try that. Frozen, frozen, not frozen, okay. So I do at least have block debuffs for anything else that's coming at me now. They're all frozen there. It's so hard to even like keep up with what's going on. Throw the burns out. We've got burns and freeze on 2 of them. I should now be able to cleanse them, I hope, and not be frozen because he's got block debuffs on. Block debuffs on. See what happens here. No freezes, good, okay. So autoing away, autoing away. As soon as you get to this stage where you kind of got those autos going, you've basically won the fight. Get rid of the Arbiter, got the fears up, autoing away. So this is an example of how to nuke them down. Got the burns up, so I think I'm just going to try wipe this guy out. See you later. And we're just left with the freeze guy. He's going to take ages to kill, so basically got to kill him twice. Kill him once, he's then got the freeze up, although it's not stuck for some reason. Buff my guys up, block debuffs. He's actually tried to steal them there. I'm going to try and freeze him. Got the freeze off, decent damage actually as well. And then it should just be done and dusted. Yeah. So anyway, that's him in the arena. I think he obviously pairs well with the HP burn guys. He does pair well actually. Let me just show you one other kind of chance of build on him. So I'm going to go speed lead Arbiter into my freeze guy. I do have Shirimani as well, who's another freeze person. And then let me just think here, Warlord. They've got tons of speed. They're probably quicker than me. That's the trouble. I don't really use my speed leads because generally people are just quicker than I am now. But let's try it with Warlord for the shields. We've got a similar sort of setup to them now. Okay, so I am faster. I'm quite a bit faster actually. So I speed up. I've got this guy quick enough so that if I win the speed race, he goes next. He then freezes the enemy. Everyone's now got the freeze up. I've then got the chance to go in and nuke one down. It's going to be Arbiter because she's the threat in terms of the res. I can then throw my Warlord in to reduce turn meters and stuff. Probably just try and get a weaken up on this guy. And then I think at this stage you kind of just want to go in. I could even nuke down the Arbiter, but I think she's going to die anyway. So what I'd rather do is this, which gives me heal reduction and block buffs on the guys that stay alive, and it'll provoke anyone that doesn't have a freeze on them. So 2 of them have got freeze on, so he's going to get block buffs and block healing, block buffs, block healing. And this guy should get a provoke, and Arbiter should just die actually. Die. Take her out, so she's out of the game. She's got the provoke, block buffs, block healing. And try and take their little shields off with this. They've gone. Not really any threat, but I'll just give myself a shield in case this guy actually does start hitting really hard. Speed up. And then we're kind of just start now taking them out one at a time. So there's definitely other ways you can play this guy. And it's still really effective, but you notice we don't have anywhere near the same sort of level of... Well, I suppose I haven't really let him have a turn yet, but we're not getting the same sort of synergies in this team. Freeze up again. Take this guy out. Nice. Try on a weaken if we can. There it is. And then it's just down to this guy to finish him off with his kind of killer move, this one. Oh, I didn't get any crits, so I like Morsley and Mage with him because basically I get a lot more chances of getting crits and getting harder hits, because Morsley and Mage also boost my defense, and defense is what makes him hit harder. There you go. So I mean, that's a different kind of style of build for a team, and you can definitely do, you know, speed into a number of things. So you could, if I had him built for damage, I would probably play him more of a speed champ. In terms of other areas of the game that he could be useful, he's not a campaign farmer. He doesn't have the damage to be a campaign farmer. I guess you could throw him in lifesteal gear and give him a go at Nightmare. I don't think that's where you're going to want to put him. There's far better champions to do it. He doesn't have the sort of raw burst damage like an Ignatius does. And yeah, I think you'd have to put his Masteries in such a way that you'd end up kind of ruining the way the champion's built. In terms of dungeons, he could handle any of the keeps, but then so can any epics, to be fair. Ice Golems. Let's try him in Ice Golems. I guess, you know, there's a number of waves that put up buffs, so let's just throw him into this lineup. Just remove Umbral, put him in. So he would pair best if he went in with Ignatius or some other HP burner. Maybe we put Ignatius in so you can kind of see what that synergy looks like in a dungeon. Now, there's other champions that could do it. Drexar, even people that do a sort of single target HP burn would work in dungeons, because you end up getting the synergy of the freezes and the additional damage. If you've got a freeze on one person, he then does his A1 to give you the chance to do the freeze on others. So providing HP burns going somewhere, you get that kind of auto ability start kicking in, and then, you know, the aim is hopefully you're starting to get some more damage going on. But certainly, well, 30-second clear of a wave is decent. I just want to see if we start getting some procs of his passive when these guys throw up things like Shriek, which generally is quite an annoying move on this second wave. So it's the front two. There we go. Shriek goes on. 1, 2, 3 of them frozen from it. See that? So, you know, this is certainly an area. This is quite a tough part, the wave 2. And what am I running here? I'm running 3 epics, which are pretty mainstream epics, I would say. If you've got these epics, you've probably got them built because they're good in a lot of content. So, yeah, it feels like he's definitely useful in this dungeon. You know, freeze is going off. Make sure you're not taking a load of damage. Be interesting to see how that works on the actual boss fight, though. So through the second wave in 120, which is not bad. And then, I mean, I feel like we're going to have no danger here. I don't feel like there's any kind of chance that we wouldn't complete this part, this lineup. Is it going to be the quickest time in the world? Probably not. But we're not. There's no kind of opportunities here to get the freezes away on the actual boss part of the fight. So it's not like the 2 ads buff themselves to really give you that opportunity to get the freezes. Kind of reliant here on the HP burn landing, and then him landing his own freeze from his A1 to really get the chance to get the additional hits in. Probably about to get the HP burn come out now. I know, still don't have a turn yet. Well, actually, that's the thing. The AI, unless they changed it, the AI on the HP burn, it doesn't even do it. Let's just a full turn when it's his turn. His turn next. Look, so he's got his HP burn up, but he doesn't do it until the boss is really low on health. So it ends up being a much longer fight than it should be, because it's not letting us use the abilities that we've got. I guess there's something in the failsafe to say that he's only done it here when there's one guy. But it's same as Royal Guard. Royal Guard won't do his big hit if there's ads there. He'll only do it if the guy's on his own. So, look, we've got no danger of not completing this. I'm going to skip to the end because it's quite dull just to watch me beat him down for 3 minutes. But yeah, he's fine here. Is he God tier here? No, he helps with the waves. If you don't have a kind of setup that can beat it, then he's going to help you. But he's not going to kind of massively improve times for, you know, people that are already endgame. Okay, so we took him out. Wasn't particularly fast, and we got a rubbish pair of boots. So that's him in Ice Golems. I'll show you him in worth showing you dragons. It's not worth showing you dragons. It can help you on the waves by freezing them if you've got, again, somebody that's worthwhile. He's no use to you on the boss. He won't give you any sort of synergy on the boss. You can't freeze the boss. You can't slow the boss down. You can't put block healing or block debuffs up. So no point taking him there. Spiders, he could be effective, I guess. Again, we'd put 2 in. Maybe Steel Skull. Perhaps Royal Guard. Right. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be super effective on Spider. It'll be decent if you don't. Again, if you don't have a team that's managing to do Spider, he'll be decent in terms of controlling the waves and putting the freezes on and that type of thing. Dropping some nukes, but is he going to be the reason you suddenly can do Spider? I'm not sure that he is actually. Once you've got things like the HP burn going on, and then he starts laying freezes, then I can see that he would be good. But what, we've got 1 freeze off. It's not like they're placing any sort of debuffs on themselves to force him to do his passive, so his passive becomes irrelevant. And therefore all you're really gaining is his A1, the odd freeze here and there, and a provoke. So compared to other champions out there, Morley probably does a better job than he does on Spider, I'd say. Umbral maybe does the same job that he does on Spider. There's nothing about his kit which is really Spider specific for me. So would I run him in my Spider team if I didn't have a kind of speed comp? Don't think that I would. What, 3-4 freezes there? It's not going to stop the rest of them running at me. Yeah, I don't think that I would actually. I've lost my Royal Guard. I'm actually probably going to lose this fight looking at this. But then we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 freezes. So it's helpful. It definitely helps, but he doesn't bring enough damage or additional kind of stain. Maybe once we got these 2 up together, HP burn and the freeze, constantly does his A1 then. That's where he does work. Maybe we need, you need the right champs in here to make that work, but then also you're not getting the benefit of the HP burn, because HP burn you want them to live longer and move. If they don't, if they die like that, then you're wasting your HP burn. Your HP burn is where your damage is coming from. One nice thing though is he does reset cooldowns of your champs. You see how quickly I got my HP burn back there? That's because of his cooldown reset, which is huge actually. That is quite clutch. Again, I don't think we're in any danger of whether or not we will do this fight, but I don't think we're going to do it particularly quickly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut out, I'll show you when, just as we come at the end, let you know if we do it or not. But yeah, again, is he for Spider? Probably not for me really. Right, let's cut that off. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do my review of him in terms of ratings. Anything arena, I think he's insane. I think if there was a 6 here for like special case, he would get it. He's probably as good as anyone we've got in the arena right now. He's good enough to completely change the meta for arena. Spider, I think he's perhaps, I think he's maybe a 3, maybe a 4, a push. He's a 4 if you've got the right champions with him, but I think he's probably a 3. I don't think he's as strong as people are saying here. Campaign, I'd say he's a 3. He's not going to be a campaign farmer. Dragons, he'll help you clear waves. He's not going to do any work on the dragon. You need poisoners, you need someone that's got the kind of ticks for that. And for the waves, you kind of want more damage and perhaps better control. So, not for me. 4 at best. Fire Knights, he's got an A1 that hits once. Got an A2 that hits twice. So you're not really helping beat down the shield. Can't freeze the Fire Knight boss. He doesn't put up buffs to proc the passive. So again, I think people are delusional around the numbers here because they think he's a great champion. He's a 3 at best. He helps you with waves. All of the keeps he's going to be decent at, but again, he's not going to speed them up for you. Keeps you want people that do massive damage, and this is not the guy for you. He'll do it as well as anyone else can do it, but I don't think he's insane because he doesn't have that damage, that raw potential. Clan boss is not his place. He doesn't have any part of his kit other than his aura that helps you in the clan boss. I wouldn't take him in the clan boss. Ice Golems, I think he's decent. I think he's good to help on, especially that wave 2, and to give you kind of consistency on the boss. So, and to sort of freeze down those ads. So all in all, for me, he's purely arena. I can't really give another way of building him that wouldn't be arena. Maybe the only other place where he's super strong, actually, but we don't have it yet, would be Faction Wars. Because in Faction Wars, you are up against mobs that are constantly throwing up buffs on themselves, and that's where he becomes so strong. Every time they throw up a buff, he's got a chance to freeze them. You don't have that in much of the sort of day-to-day content. So, for me, Faction Wars, Arena are the two places that he belongs. What I'm going to do, just for the sake of the video, and for my own interest. As I say, this is kind of a build around support, maximum amount of freeze, roll. Let's throw him on a damage build. Just see what sort of damage he can kick out. I'm going for the type what I call my arena build, which is what I use on. It's what I use on my Ultan. Definitely want this ability. This ability is huge on him because it stacks as he uses his A1. He uses A1 tons because that's what his passive gives him. Yes. Okay, and then we probably want to then go down the accuracy route to make sure we still get his freezes to land. Evil Eye is really strong in the arena, and I think we just go for the extend. This is not that strong on him actually. This is also not that strong on him because it doesn't proc his freeze or his provoke. All it's going to proc on is his block debuffs and block healing. So I think that's probably the one to do. So let's see what that does for him. So I pushed him into offense. Let's see, does he have the sustain with offense? Get a new refresh. This is the guy actually that keeps killing me. That looks like a pretty disgusting team. Come to that one in a minute. So we've got speed lead, someone that can cleanse everything off, lots of damage and protection. I think with this build, with this setup, if they're faster than me, they win. If they're not, I've got a chance. They are, but 3 of them got frozen, so it gives me now a chance to get my turn away. Freeze everyone up. Play some damage on the Arbiter. Try and reduce cooldowns, and then I think at this stage do my AoE. Drop some nukes. So I didn't really drop that much of a nuke. I think I'm going to speed them up so I can try and get this guy's turn. See if I can take the Arbiter out. No, he's not hitting hard. If I do this, I might kill him, or her, sorry, and still putting some damage on the Arbiter. Yeah, that's good. Try and take her out this time. She's gone. And that is all she wrote. He's not, we put him on a more of a damage build. I think without the right team around him, he doesn't really do the damage. If that was Ultan right now, I'd just slammed him for 50, 60k or something. But I've barely done anything to him there because I don't have like the increased crit, increased defense from my Morcelian Mage. So 3.5k A1 is not strong, which is why I think that other build that I had him in is much more effective. Let's try this team. This team's probably going to beat me. I'm going to see what happens if I pop him out, put Ultan in, give myself some damage in this fight, take him out, put the Witch in. Let's see if this changes it up. This will be the last one for the video, guys. True Fear's everywhere. That first move, True Fear everywhere, and then block debuffs everywhere is just so difficult to deal with. So we got someone who can hit. That's what we needed. Someone that can hit. So am I going to get a turn anywhere? Nope. Everyone's missed a turn. He's hurt himself quite a lot there actually. So if I can just get round to my next set of turns without being completely frozen up. He's frozen. Don't know what he did to get frozen. He must have got a heal in some way. So let's see if we can clean all of these off. Most of them, that's good. That's a good start. Now we get the burns up. He's the only one who won't get the burn on. Now we're getting somewhere. And then I think we have got burn and freeze and burn. What I actually want to do is I want to freeze them. So that the burn, it causes his A1 to go off again. So I think I actually just want to go A1. Didn't get any freezes. I think if I land a freeze there, then I keep getting that A1 off, which is what I need. Look at that though, full health again. Just, oh, annoying. Felt like we were on a roll there. Block debuffs everywhere again. Feared anyway. So we can remove those block debuffs off her. Actually, I can remove it off him and take it myself. I'm going to do that instead. And give him a whack. I don't have anyone giving me that life back now in this team setup. I obviously had Warlord before that was bringing the shields in, which also heals. I'm on a timer. I'm on a timer and they're not because they've got a healer. Puts more pressure on. Broke on 2 of them. Basically, I need this to not go true fear, otherwise I've lost the game. Did. That's me lost, I think. Another true fear. I swear it's 50%, but every time I feel like I'm playing with that ability on me, it goes off. Every single time. I feel like it's like 95%. A1's not going to land, so he's got block debuffs up. Killed himself. Strip a few buffs. That needed that badly, really. Another one is just put block debuffs on, so you've got 2 of their team do it. It's disgusting. Got decreased defense. This could hit hard. Come on, Oltan. Come on, Oltan. Smack her! Oh, 43k is a lot, but it's not enough. She's revived him. Dead, but he's gonna come back. If I can kill her here, I might be in the game still. Kill her! Kill her! Kill her! Yes! Okay, come on. Come on. No, Oltan can hit. We know he can hit. Can I outdo his healing? Let's see if I can get some fears off myself. No, I've got fear on me. Oh, just annoying. Just annoying. Anyone get a turn? True fear, just like his resist must be so high. It lands on literally everyone. I'm gonna try and steal his buffs. He's the next one I want to kill. This guy. He's the healer now, so healer needs to go. Oltan is in trouble. Don't die! Don't die! Don't die, Oltan. We need you. Can't do any debuffs. Yeah, so basically, whenever you're fighting this guy, you can't have any of your masteries on that give you healing, turn meter, anything, because you're basically killing yourself. You freeze yourself every time one of those little masteries goes off, and it's just... yeah, it's done me. Done me again. Well played, that man. Well played. Closer that time. So look, I guess in conclusion, he's an insane champion. We've seen it both against me and with me. Do I think he's good in other areas of the game? Actually, no, not really. I think he's average to... yeah, I'd say he's average in the rest of the game, but in Arena, I think he's godly. I think if they changed his passive to be more sensible and perhaps only proc off, I don't know, turn manipulation, or it wasn't allowed to proc off masteries, then it would be a much more balanced champion, and I think it'd actually be more fun as well. At the moment, it's too much down to RNG. But look, I've been Hell Hades. That was my Tormin the Cold overview. Catch you soon.